Hello there, I'm really excited to show you this box. This is the comic block. This is the first comic block from the Nerd Block family. It arrived really fast in the UK, about a week from dispatch. You'll notice it's a slightly smaller box than the regular Nerd Block, Horror Block, Arcade Block, etc. come in, but that's no surprise because this is expected to be mainly comic book type items, which are paper, so they fit very flat and neatly in a box like this. As I say, it's arrived quickly in the UK. I'm excited to open this because it's a new block. Also because it's the first block in this series, so I'm expecting a lot of effort to go into this to establish it. And of course it's slightly cheaper than the regular Nerd Block series as well. So as always, it's a really well designed box. Something special about these logos. It has got the customs details on there, so you may be able to make out the price of the items. I've not looked at that deliberately so as to not spoil the surprise of this box, and I've just cut through the tape so I can open this straight away, but I've not looked inside yet. So let's see what Comic Block has to offer for May 2015, the first unboxing brought to you by GeekSubscriptionBox.com. So inside, oh, surprises here, a nice logo inside. What surprises await our hero? Comic block, and there's a t-shirt here which for the price point is really good. Let's start off by looking at that. You see it's from Shirt Punch as always. I suspect it will be an exclusive. Another exclusive item, as it says, nice blue colour. Blue is a really good colour. One thing I like about these is the oh, brilliant, worst shirt ever, comic book guy from The Simpsons there. One thing I like about these is the colourful screen printed proper well-wearing shirts you get from the Nerd Block family, and that has to straight away be one of my favourite ever shirts that I've received in one of these Geek subscription boxes. Get something different every month, but to me that is what a t-shirt should look like. So that already to me has got me the values. Some excellent effort. One of my favourite characters from a series that to me has never lost its magic, and one that I still watch religiously. And we've also got a few items in here. We've got 1, 2, 3 comics and one additional item at the back, and then an information sheet. So we'll start off with the first comic. I'm not the biggest comic fan in the world, but of course Action Comics, number 1 of 2. So this is not one I know that much about. Of course I know Action Comics being the home of Superman, and we've got the various other characters there from the DC universe. Whether this doesn't look like it's an exclusive item just because that's not listed there. So presumably Action Comics Convergence, perhaps a special series. I don't follow this close enough to know the difference, but presumably there's something going on with either young and old Superman or 2 Supermans. Have a look at the information card, but it's well bagged and boarded and open to look at, which I know are things that comic book collectors really look for. Comic number 2, May 2015, and your guess is as good as mine about how to pronounce that. Looks like MYTHC, perhaps, down arrow. It does have a comic book logo on there, so whether this is created exclusively for Comic Block, it's an image publication, or whether it's a exclusive cover, we'll find out in a minute on the information card. And finally, Secret Wars number 1 variant edition. Now I think I've had a Secret Wars number 1 in another block because it's a very popular series right now. I like the fact we've got one comic from each of the 3 major publishers, DC, Marvel and Image. At least I think there are 3 major publishers from my recollection of the comic market. But a great front cover there. It's quite a thick comic looking at it compared to some of the others. $4.99 US dollars retail value. No idea for that one, it doesn't say. And this one here, the Action Comics, $3.99. So we've got a card picture, a print there. Presumably this links with possibly with Action Comics, or maybe it's independent, but nice Batman there. What do you think of Comic Block? We'd like to know as always, but let's look at the information card. To be continued. Yes, it is a very good block actually for somebody who likes to dip in and out of comics. The only perhaps concern I see is getting a lot of starter issues from, say, Action Comics, from Secret Wars, but not knowing if you're going to get the follow-up issues. You may have to go out and buy them yourself, which means adding to that. So what have we got? We've got Secret Wars, the first issue of Marvel's Giant Event from Jonathan Hickman and Esad Ribic. It's already a collector's item, and what you have here is a rare comic block exclusive variant item. I suspect it is rare, but I suspect there are quite a lot of these sold, particularly for the first one. But very nice again. Let's look. Overleaf, Convergence Action Comics #1. First issue is sure to be a hit. It stars heroes from the Crisis on Infinite Earths. That probably explains a bit like that. Well, looks interesting enough. We've got Mythic #1 variant. So this is a... So that actually says Mythic. Yeah, I suppose it does when you look quite closely at the letters and put that together. It's just the Y is in an awkward place, and presumably whatever I thought was an arrow is an I. So Mythic. Well, I'm sure that will throw some other people as well. I hope so. This is a comic book exclusive variant. You could have done... Yeah, there with that. So these both are variants. The only one that isn't a variant by the look of it is the Action Comics. No, that says it's a rare comic book exclusive variant as well. It just doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't say it on the cover. So they're all exclusives. So Mythic will be interesting. I know very little about that, but it's a world with magic. We've got the collectible art print for Batman. Exclusive print ready for framing. It is very nice. I don't imagine personally having comic artwork on most of my walls, but this could go on. Yeah, perhaps in the study where most of my comic and geek type items. And finally, the worst shirt ever, which you didn't have to go into a store to pick out. So yeah, that's definitely my favourite item. Well, I have to say this block is an absolute winner, even for somebody who's not the biggest comic fan. I love the t-shirt. That will get worn, and I'm sure that will get plenty of envy. A nice print to add to it. We've got the information cards, and we've got the 3 comics, all exclusive covers, all interesting looking series in different ways. The thing I'm hoping for next month, I think I will get this again, I've been very impressed, would be a graphic novel. That was mentioned in the options of things that could appear. But this is signing out for this review, this unboxing video. Full reviews still to come on geeksubscriptionbox.com. Thanks for joining me looking at all these exclusive items from Comic Block, May 2015, and as I said, this is a winning block. Very impressed.